Thinking about good nutrition when planning your diet is important to maintaining good health. Nutritious food gives us the energy to carry out our daily activities and rebuild body tissue, not to mention the fact that it can bring us a lot of enjoyment. It's a good idea to watch this video with your employee to help you work together to plan out a well-balanced diet. In this course, you'll learn about meal planning, modified diets, shopping, cooking, storing food safely, and feeding assistance. A well-balanced diet is necessary for growth and normal body function. It requires eating a variety of foods every day and being sufficiently hydrated. While most foods contain more than one nutrient, no single food provides everything we need to live a healthy life. Nutrients are substances that our bodies need to maintain, repair, and grow new cells. They include things like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and fiber. These nutrients are found in the food we eat, but they can also be found in supplements. Just remember to keep a good balance, not too much or too little of any one thing. Before planning meals with an employee, think about your meal preferences. Do you eat a light meal at noon and a heavier meal in the evening? What spices and seasonings do you enjoy? Is there anything special your employee needs to know about your cultural, medical, or religious background? For example, Jewish families with kosher homes follow specific rules. Be sure to tell your employee any specific religious or cultural guidelines that need to be followed. Take the time to talk about your expectations. An employee may need to learn, for instance, how to maintain a kosher kitchen. Tell your employee how to shop according to your dietary needs and preferences.
Betty, you wanted me to go to the grocery store after lunch today. Why don't we put together a shopping list?
Good idea. I know that I'm almost out of soy milk, and I need some more of my vitamin supplements.
Okay, soy milk and vitamins are officially on the list. Let's talk about some of the things you want to have for dinner this week.
Oh, you know what we haven't had in a while? How about a nice big juicy steak? Oh, I forgot to tell you. The doctor says no more eggs for me. It seems that my cholesterol count is creeping up again. So get some of those no cholesterol, low fat eggs in a bottle kind of eggs.
Well then, do you think eating red meat is a good idea if your doctor is telling you to watch your cholesterol?
I suppose you're right. We could have chicken every day. We could have fried chicken on Monday and barbecued chicken on Tuesday, and Wednesday we could have baked chicken.
Yeah, that sounds like a well-balanced diet.
So I'll have chicken on Monday, fish on Tuesday, pasta on Wednesday. And how about some fresh fruits and vegetables? I better check the fridge to see if there are any potatoes left. No point in buying something I don't need. Salad in a bag, fresh red onions and bell peppers and cucumbers and, seedless grapes.
Potatoes, check. Salad, check. Red onions, check. Bell peppers, check. Cucumbers, check. Grapes, check.
It's always a good idea to encourage your employee to ask questions. That way, they can clearly understand your dietary requirements, especially those that have been ordered by your doctor or nutritionist. When you are ready to begin planning meals, the first step is to develop a menu. Keep in mind any dietary restrictions and be sure to include foods from all the different food groups. Aim for a variety of flavors as well as a variety of textures. Once you've made the menu, check for ingredients that are already in your home and make a shopping list. Now that we've looked at the basics of nutrition and meal planning, let's take a closer look at modified diets. Diet modifications may be critical if you are being treated for a condition such as heart, kidney, or liver disease, diabetes, or other health problems. You may be told not to eat certain foods because they'll react negatively with some medications you are taking. Other medications may require you to increase your intake of certain nutrients. Some modified diets are designed to help reduce the effects of illness. These include diets that are low in sodium, carbohydrate controlled, bland, low cholesterol, low in fat, fluid restricted, and liquid. Whatever your modifications are, both you and your employee must be aware of them. A prescribed diet is intended to help you improve and maintain your health. As much as possible, a modified diet should incorporate your likes and dislikes while staying within your budget. For many of us, mealtime is something to look forward to. It serves as a break in the day and can be a great time to relax and socialize. Just because you're on a modified diet doesn't mean mealtime should be less enjoyable. Let's talk about some of the things you and your employees should do when buying, cooking, or storing food. Storing food properly and safely is essential to good health. If you don't shop for yourself, then your employee may shop for you. Whoever does the shopping should read product labels and expiration dates. These list any ingredients you should avoid, such as sugar or sodium. The label should also let you know how many calories are in a serving. Don't buy more food than you can safely store or that you can use before it spoils. Choosing food with the longest time before the expiration date allows you to keep it longer before spoiling. Finally, place meat and poultry in a separate plastic bag so the juices don't contaminate other foods. This should be done both at the store and at home. When preparing food, follow these steps to keep your food safe. First, always wash your hands before and after handling food. Next, wash fruit and vegetables before cooking or eating them. The same goes for meats, fish, and poultry. If possible, don't use the same cutting board for meats and vegetables. Cutting boards, counters, and utensils should be washed with hot, soapy water immediately after you use them. Finally, use a food thermometer to ensure that meat is cooked to the appropriate temperature. When it comes time to store food, either after shopping or after cooking, follow these guidelines. First, place the most recently purchased foods behind older items so that older items are used first. Things like sugar, flour, and cereal should be stored in airtight containers. Dry and canned foods should be kept in clean, cool, dark, dry cabinets away from water pipes, heat ducts, and off the floor. Keep the freezer temperature at 0 degrees or colder. All frozen items should be in airtight containers such as freezer bags or freezer wrap. Keep the refrigerator at 40 degrees or below and store leftovers in airtight containers to prevent cross-contamination food odors. Promptly remove and throw away all spoiled or moldy foods. Don't leave leftovers on the counter to cool. Refrigerate them promptly. Throw away any perishable foods that have been left at room temperature for more than 2 hours. Allow enough room around items stored in the refrigerator for the air to circulate. This prevents hot or cold spots in the fridge. If you require assistance with eating, your employees should be trained according to your needs and preferences. Here are some general guidelines to follow. First, food should be cut and the liquids poured as needed. Make sure your employee knows how you like to have your meal presented. Tell your employee what you want to eat first, even if it's dessert. One should alternate between taking food and drink. Any excess or spilled food should be wiped away. You should take plenty of time to swallow before taking another bite. If you use a feeding tube, your employee should not assist with feeding unless properly trained. However, they can still keep an eye on the tubing so it doesn't become kinked or stretched. Any problems should be reported immediately. This concludes nutrition and meal planning. Eating properly is very important. Nutritious food gives us energy and keeps us healthy. Knowing more about meal planning, modified diets, shopping, safe food preparation, and feeding assistance can help you make the most of every meal. Thanks for watching.